Let me guess, you're trying to work out where to live in the South Bay, but with 15 cities and budgets all over the place, it can feel a little daunting. That's why in this video, I'm going to rank all the top places of where you might be looking to live, and also talk about some of the areas that are still finding some challenges. Whether you're looking for a condo, a cute family house, an investment property, or a large luxury home, I've got you covered. So I'm going to rank them from S for supreme, all the way down to D for areas that I like. I think they have a lot of potential. And at the end of the day, don't forget it's still what is best for you. Yes, I'll talk about these areas, and maybe I'll give Manhattan Beach a really high score, but with an average price point of $3 million, maybe it's not even on your radar. But some of the locations have a C or D, but might work perfectly for you. So just because they're lower down on the list doesn't mean they might not be a good fit for you. So as you can see from this map, there's 15 or 16 cities in the South Bay. You've got the famous ones: Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach, Torrance, Palos Verde Estates. But there's a lot of places on this list that you might never have heard of. Take a look here at Lomita, Lawndale, Gardena, San Pedro. They're all excellent places to live if they fit your lifestyle. And today, we're going to be discussing them along with the more famous ones. First, we're going to talk about Lomita. I'm going to give it a D, but that doesn't mean, hey, stay away. The location is great. You're very close to South Redondo Beach. You're using all the amenities that people who live there. It's literally 10 minutes to Riviera with all the restaurants and bars. And what's great about Lomita, yes, you've got a great coffee spot in Corridor Flow, but you get the large lots. You get 6,000 to 10,000 square foot lots. This is almost impossible in the rest of LA. In Manhattan Beach, you might have a house with a 3,000 square foot lot and you've paid $10 million for it. In Lomita, there's also A1 zoning. So if you want chickens, goats, horses, check the area where the home is that you like. You can probably have them. But yeah, Lomita, if you're looking for large lots, has you covered. There's two kind of sections. There's one area of Lomita where you can get homes for $850,000, $950,000, the nice 3-bed homes. And then closer to Rolling Hill Estates, you've got the larger lots, the larger homes. For about $1.3 million in Lomita, you can get a home that's going to be 2-3 times the amount, just a few minutes away. So, Lomita, is it on your radar? Probably not. Should it be on your radar? It probably should be if your budget's under $1 million. All right, let's talk about San Pedro. I'm going to give it a D as well, but I have a feeling in the next 2 years it's going to be a C, if not a B. $500 million is being spent by the waterfront. You've got amphitheaters, restaurants, so much development. It's going to be absolutely incredible place to live. Nightlife, it's going to be great for younger people. The location as well of San Pedro, you're right by Long Beach if you work at the ports. You can shoot up into LA, obviously to South Bay as well. It just hasn't had much development in the last 10, 15 years in San Pedro. Because of that, I'm giving it a D. But because of that, you can get on the market right now for under $800,000 if you're looking for a nice 3-bed, well, nice, a very livable 3-bed, 2-bath home in an okay area, under 800 grand. Prices are going to go up rapidly over the next 2 or 3 years, I think, in San Pedro. But right now, there's a little bit of a homeless problem. There hasn't been much development going on, but that is all changing. Right now, it's a D. I don't think it's going to be a D for much longer. All right, let's move on to the C category. I'm going to start with Hawthorne. I could do my research, we could do our research, but you know what? SpaceX did their research and they chose Hawthorne as a place to put one of their biggest offices. So if it's good enough for SpaceX, it's probably good enough for us as well. The location is great, very easy to get up into LA. You're not very far from Manhattan Beach, so you get to use the same beaches and amenities as the people who are spending millions and millions of dollars to live in Manhattan Beach. Obviously, the schools aren't as good, but the home prices, if you've got $1 million, you can buy in to Hawthorne. Check out niche.com as well. If you're doing your research on neighborhoods, I really like niche.com. Talks about the schools, the prices, the crime levels, etc. Next on the list as a C is Lawndale. And once again, because of its location, easy to get into LA, but its proximity to South Bay, its proximity to the A and B grade cities in the South Bay, can't be denied. So if you are wanting to live on the west side, nearer to South Bay, you don't have the big budgets, like Hawthorne, take a look at Lawndale. Now, are the schools as good as the more famous areas? No. Are the crime levels higher? Absolutely. But once again, you can buy in for $1 million. Where else can you say that as close to the water in the South Bay? Nowhere else. Now, this might surprise you, but I'm going to put Rancho Palos Verde on the list as C as well. Rancho Palos Verde as a whole is very large. You've got Palos Verde Estates, Rolling Hill Estates, Rolling Hills. The part of Palos Verde that I'm going to be talking about right now is south and west. Let's start with west, by Miraleste, for example, close to San Pedro. I'm giving it a C because yes, you're in the big homes, the great schools, the low crime rates, but you know what? You're kind of in the middle of nowhere. To get into town's going to take your time. To go see some restaurants or bars, even to go shopping, you've got to get in your car. You've got to drive 20, 25 minutes. If you're inviting your friends over, it's going to take them a while to get there. And the same with South Rancho Palos Verde. Once again, you're in the middle of nowhere. Now, if you don't have kids and you're retiring, it might be perfect for you. But if you've got to drive up into South Redondo Beach or drive up into the city for their friends' birthdays once in a while or for the weekends to do whatever they're doing, you're going to be spending a lot of time in the car. Plus, right now, you've probably heard of the landslides in South Rancho Palos Verde. The landslides are there, the movement's there. I love this part of the world, but this particular area that I'm circling right now, I'm going to give it a C. If you're wondering who I am, I'm Matt Tilley, the British bloke. I'm a local realtor. I do videos every week on what it's like to live in the South Bay, what it's like to live in LA and Orange County. If that's what you're looking for, hope to see you at my next video. All right, let's talk about Torrance now. Let's jump into the B category, and Torrance is ginormous. It has its own police force, its own schooling system. As you can see here on the map, Torrance is very, very large. It has a downtown, old town. So to be honest, I'm going to give Torrance a B, but I'm going to give the seaside section of Torrance a B+. As you can see here, the seaside section of Torrance, 90505, is a lot closer to South Redondo Beach, has some beautiful homes, some beautiful communities. It's safer, and you can get some really nice homes for about $1.5 million, which 5 minutes down the street into South Redondo Beach would be $2.5 million. So, but Torrance as a whole, I'm going to give it a B. It's got a huge medical center, huge job hub. It really has a good city, not a downtown city vibe, but it is a city. It is a large city. The location, once again, it even has its own beach, Torrance Beach. Not many people know that Torrance has its own beach. If you can't afford the more expensive neighborhoods in South Bay, take a look at Torrance. You're not going to be disappointed. And if you do have a larger budget for Torrance, take a look at the seaside section of Torrance. I've sold a few homes recently there, and people absolutely love it. All right, let's talk about North Redondo Beach. I'm going to do Redondo Beach separately as well. There's North Redondo, there's South Redondo. Right now I'm talking about North Redondo Beach. It's B on the list. Redondo Beach is known for its great schools. It has to be a B. Also, its location into the city. It's basically just east of Manhattan Beach, so you're quite north. So getting into the city is very easy. Also, you're right by Manhattan Beach, so you can get to use all the restaurants, all the bars, all the downtown shopping, and the beaches of Manhattan Beach. North Redondo Beach might not get as much love as South Redondo Beach, but it's slightly cheaper. Because of that, it's definitely a B on the list. It's definitely worth looking at. The homes are more tall and skinny. The walkability is not as great. You're probably going to need an electric bike, but people love North Redondo Beach, and it should be on your radar if you're looking to move to the South Bay and spend under $2 million. And if you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe. I do videos every week on what it's like to live in Southern California. Hope to see you at my next video. All right, let's get into the A's, shall we? First one, Palos Verde Estates, Valmonte, kind of North Palos Verde Estates. It's incredible. The schools are arguably better than anywhere else in South Bay. Absolutely incredible. The crime rates are not just the best in the South Bay, some of the best in Southern California and the country. You're going to need $2.5 million plus to move in, but it's great for families. You're right by the Hollywood Riviera. for all the nightlife and entertainment, things for the kids to do. And you're close to the beaches, and the houses are so cute. The streets, it's just idyllic. I've done videos on Palos Verde Estates, Hermosa Beach, all of the areas really. So if you are looking for more of a deep dive on these locations, definitely check out the other videos on my YouTube channel. But Palos Verde Estates, Valmonte in particular, it's an A. There's nothing really bad to say about it. And Hermosa Beach, right sandwiched between South Redondo and Manhattan Beach, you have Hermosa Beach. Really great city surf vibe. I love the pier, the beaches, the restaurants. It's got a bit more character, if you ask me, than South Redondo. Manhattan Beach is very kind of pristine and put together, a little trendy. Hermosa Beach still has that kind of grungy, little dirty vibe in a good way. It's a little bit cheaper than Manhattan Beach as well. So yeah, Hermosa Beach, if you're looking for that family vibe, some really nice homes in a bustling area with a great community. Hermosa Beach, it has to be an A. It's been an A for a long time, and it will probably always be an A. And we've got to talk about rolling hills in Rancho Palos Verde. It's an A, guys. I know I gave other parts of Rancho Palos Verde a C, but rolling hills, oh, the location, you're further north, easy to get everywhere, unbelievable schools, and just the homes, the hiking. If you've got a dog, they're going to absolutely love you. If you want to get out into the open air, not feel like you're in a big city, go for your runs, rolling hills. You've got streets like Sugarloaf, Strawberry Lane. It's really quaint. You're going to need $2.5 to $4 million to get a nice home in this location. But is it worth it? Absolutely. Should it be on your radar? Absolutely. Is it an A? Might be an A star, to be honest. All right, let's get to the finale. Let's get to the S's. What are the two best places to live? And this is my opinion, but it's opinions that I've got from other people, talking to other people, talking to buyers and sellers over the years. And these two areas, to be honest, always come up. And the first one is South Redondo. And guess what? 6 or 7 years ago, South Redondo wasn't an S. It probably wasn't even an A. It might have been a B+. But the last 5 years, it's come a long way. It's got some incredible schools. You're right by the Riviera. I keep mentioning the Riviera, but it's so quaint. The walkability, getting to the beach, absolutely ideal. If you've got young kids, you're going to meet other families. There's so many families in this area, the community vibe. So South Redondo Beach, because it's an S, prices have gone up a lot in the last 5 years. Really, you're going to need $2 million at the very, very lowest. $3 million is a good budget in South Redondo now, depending on what you want. But it's come a long way. It's really, really hard to beat. If you look at my Instagram videos, when people talk about South Redondo, they absolutely gush about it. You should definitely check it out. Look at my videos I've done on it. But yeah, if you're lucky enough to be able to afford South Redondo, it should definitely be on your radar. And then Manhattan Beach. I'm sure you've all heard of Manhattan Beach. Tourists from LA flock here every year. Tourists from around the world flock to Manhattan Beach every year. If people are using their holiday time to go to this area, it's probably great. Yes, it's expensive. That's the downfall. But why is it expensive? Because arguably it's the best place to live in all of the South Bay. The schools are the best. The crime rates are excellent. There's a lot to do. The downtown, the restaurants, the bars, arguably the best in the South Bay. You're very close to LAX airport if you travel a lot for work. Doesn't take you that long to get up into the city. You've got 4 sections of Manhattan Beach, but they're all great. Obviously the sand section, you're closer to the beaches. You've got the tree section, you've got slightly larger lots, but no matter where you live in Manhattan Beach, you're gonna absolutely love it. I think most people will say it's the premier place to live in the South Bay. You're gonna need $3 million minimum. The closer you can get to $4, $5 million, you're gonna get yourself a nice house. Is it worth it? Absolutely. And if you are thinking about moving to the South Bay, you're lucky enough to be able to afford it, you have to check it out. Every time I show buyers coming from out of state, Manhattan Beach, their jaws drop and they're like, wow, this place is heaven. As you can see, the South Bay, more than probably anywhere else in LA, has so many different cities. It has something for everyone. It has something for everyone's budget. Whether you're retiring, starting a young family, or a young professional, South Bay does have something for you. You can get condos for $500,000-$600,000. You can get homes all the way up to 30 million bucks. So if you're thinking about it, reach out. Like I said, I love helping people from my YouTube channel. We can jump on a Zoom call and I can talk to you a little bit more about it. Or if you're thinking about coming from out of state, it's a little bit daunting. Maybe your wife's not too happy, or maybe your wife can't wait, but you're not too happy, a little bit scared. Reach out. I help people all the time. I can talk you through it. I obviously did it myself. I'm from London. So yeah, I do hope to hear from you.